Hello guys, it is that Panda guy. I'm here again with another video, and today we're going to be looking at the Dark Seal event, right? And I'm going to be going through all the rules and just talk about everything for this event. And I will be also doing some hero videos later, and I'll try to go through those. It is really late for me right now. I'm trying to get this video ready so you guys can see this in the morning, and then hopefully I can do the hero video so you guys can just kind of get a general idea on the new heroes. But yeah, we're also going to be talking about the upcoming, I guess, new and improved, not even Coco Island, but it's basically a better RvR, right? So it's honestly like two RvRs, right? That's kind of crazy, but yeah. So I have not been let down. So now we're going to hop right into it. So during the event, you can invade the central zone of the other federations, and federations as in multiple, which is nice. Commanders of other federations can also invade your region. Attack metropolises and complete other tasks to earn glory. And glory is obviously going to be, I guess, the points that your region is going to earn or whatever. To, I guess, just get points, right? The region with the highest amount of glory will be the victor at the end of the event, and the rewards that we're going to have are yet to be seen. But you can get a general idea by looking at calendar, going down here, and I guess clicking Dark Seal. Like, I don't really know because it shows Dark Relocator, so I'm guessing like there's going to be a way to already obtain this, and I'm hoping that they don't just give this as like a reward, because that kind of sounds a little stupid, especially if you're going to be getting these Dark Relocators throughout the event so you can actually move back and forth between different regions. I'm going to assume you can also spend like gems or something to earn them, but yeah. Alright, we're going to go to the rules. So for the rules, you can invade a region that is assigned to your battlefield only, obviously. So if you have, for example, region 1, 2, 3, 4, you can't go to region 5, right? That's pretty self-explanatory. You aren't able to go to a region that you actually are not assigned to. Also, only regions with a president before the start of the matchmaking period may participate in the event. So obviously this just means if you don't actually have Metro captured, you can't participate in this event. So that's kind of self-explanatory if you ask me. You can only invade the central zone in every federation's region. So you can't go to zone 2, you can't go to zone 1, whatever the case, right? So obviously it's only going to let you go to zone 3, so I'll kind of show you guys, right? For anybody who's just kind of maybe confused, these checkpoints are going to be locked down, meaning even people in this zone, from what I'm understanding, you might be able to teleport out by using territory, but otherwise you can't just teleport through those zones. It's going to be completely locked down, and it's not going to be treated as if it's your zone. So you're going to have to either teleport in a territory outside of that zone, at least this is from what I'm knowing, and if you want to be safe and not actually compete in this event, I would just recommend teleporting out of the zone before the event actually starts. But yeah, level 3 checkpoints will be locked during the event. You can't pass through these checkpoints, and the use of specific relocators will be restricted. You can leave these locked areas through other relocation methods, and like I said, I'm pretty sure that this is by teleporting on Alliance territory. You can choose to invade a region or return to your region on the event interface. So obviously, you're going to see the event. There's going to be a way to go to so-and-so region, and just return to yours whenever you want. And the rules are as follows. Dark relocators will not be consumed for the first invasion. So obviously when you first go to their region, it's not going to take this dark relocator, which you saw actually when I showed the calendar. But after your first one, when you return and you want to go back, you go to your region and you want to come back to their region, it's going to start consuming these dark relocators. You will be relocated into the Federation Central Zone. I already mentioned that. You don't need to consume any items to return to your region. So obviously going back to your region will not take anything. You're going to be able to do that for free no matter what. You need to meet the following requirements to return to a region. Obviously your shelter has to be old enough. Your squads can't be out. You can't have battle fever, meaning you can't have attacked somebody recently or scouted somebody, and other players are not in your shelter, blah blah blah. You can use this item during the event. So territory rules are ignored when you use this relocator. So when you're using the, I guess, relocator to go into somebody else's federation or whatever, you can basically teleport on their territory. And I'm assuming that this territory thing is going to also apply or not apply whenever you're actually teleporting specifically. That's what I'm going to assume. That, or people are able to teleport in, but they're not able to move around, which kind of sounds stupid. So from the gist I'm getting, you're going to be able to teleport wherever you want. Specific relocator. During the event, the use of specific relocators will be restricted due to locked checkpoint. The rules are as followed. You can't travel across locked checkpoints using a specific relocator unless your destination is on Alliance territory. So that's kind of self-explanatory. You have to use Alliance territory to actually move through these checkpoints. So that's the only way to really save yourself if you're trying to get out of a predicament. You can use specific relocators normally when checkpoints are no longer locked. So whenever I guess those things drop, you'll be able to start teleporting back. And then it also shows here Federation owns, 1 metropolises, 2, 3, and this basically shows that there's going to be at the very least 3 regions in one fight. I'm going to assume there's possibly 4 or more. I would say 4 because let's say you have I don't know, maybe you're not earning points from your own metropolises. I mean, that's a long shot, so you can assume there's at least 3, possibly 4, and maybe more. But yeah, you at least will have a 3-way kind of RvR, which is kind of interesting. And during the event, this is the points you get, like glory points and stuff. So obviously, if you kill hive minds in their region, if you kill zombies in an enemy region, you also get more points. Blah blah blah. Freaking garrison the metropolises. I guess you just get points for being in there, which is pretty nice, honestly. But yeah, it also, I don't even know, man. I don't know why it's okay. I'm a little bit confused, I'm not gonna lie, guys, about the points earned. I think it might be actually trying to point cap you or something. I can't be completely sure how that works. Like, I'm not really sure why it's like giving and out of this much, right? It's just a little confusing to me. I don't know how the point thing is going to work, or if there's a point cap or whatever. At the start of the event, the metropolises will enter a pre-war phase. Garrison limit goes up to 3 million. I don't know what the freaking heck is wrong with these commas, but it's going to go up to 3 million, it seems. And all alliances in the region can actually garrison this metropolises, meaning if you're from freaking Wakanda, you can garrison this thing. If you're from so-and-so, you can garrison this thing. And Federation officials may change the garrison leader. So from what my understanding is, let's say you're unlike whereas if you're an R4 or an R5 and you can change like garrison captains on towers and stuff, it seems like law enforcement are going to be what are able to change this, by being law enforcement, that, or even maybe council, you know what I mean? Like, so maybe if you're even in any role at all, you're gonna be able to do this. So I'm not really sure how that's gonna work, but that is honestly kind of interesting, and you have to make sure you're giving the roles out to the right people. So when the protection period ends, the metropolises will enter the battle period. During that, which alliances can attack and capture it, the rules are as follows. All invading alliances can ignore territory rules when they attack and launch a rally on the metropolises. So obviously this means you're not going to actually have to be attached by a tower or something, so you can be like all the way across the map and you can still launch this rally, right? Obviously you don't have to be connected by towers or anything, so anybody's able to just launch rallies whenever they want, which is kind of freaking bogus if you ask me, but I get it, right? So a federation can deploy up to 3 rally squads at one time. All of the alliances of the region can garrison the metropolises. When the metropolises is lost, all alliances of the region can participate in the recapturing of the metropolises. The region that has captured the metropolises will defend it. The Federation, also, I'm not sure if I'm saying this right at all, guys. Tell me in the comments if I'm just scuffing the word. The Federation that has captured the metropolises will gain glory over time. And you guys saw it there, the glory right here, how much you gain per minute, blah, blah, blah. So from my understanding, if there's 3 regions, for example, you can have 2 regions maybe invading one region if they wanted to gank up, and they could probably launch up to 6 rallies. So from my understanding, we could personally, like from our alliance, this is going to be my guess, right? Let's say we invade region 1, right? I'm assuming that we can launch, let's say, 3 rallies, so all 3 from the same alliance, and usually that isn't what can actually happen, but that's not something that's like normally allowed, right? You're only allowed to launch actually 1 rally from an alliance, but it's basically counting a federation as in a whole region. So I'm assuming that maybe you can launch 3 rallies from even just Boone, right? And then people from other alliances like PLW in our region or Cozy can maybe join our rallies and help in the recapturing of that. That's just what I'm going to be assuming from the rules that I'm hearing, and that honestly is very interesting. So I mean that's about it to these rules. I think the take note thing is pretty self-explanatory. I already went through the dark relocators. While a checkpoint is locked, invasion period. So this is basically saying whenever the whole event has ended. So like, you know, if it's a 2-day event, the 3rd day you have 24 hours to evacuate the zone. But if you are stuck in their zone, you're not going to be able to be attacked. So they're not going to be able to obviously hit your base from what it seems. So yeah, it'll automatically send you back before the time is up. It doesn't. So it's gonna be Russell event, by the way, while this is going on, from how it seems. So it's just telling you not to summon those. Blah blah. I mean that's about it to the event. But now I wanted to talk a bit about season 1. I wanted to talk about this. So it says, as the treasures of Coco Island resurfaces, the people's interest in the legend of the Great Pirate King is reignited. With each new clue unearthed from the treasures, they come to realize that Coco Island is merely the tip of the iceberg. All the signs point to a distance arc. I don't even know how to pronounce that, guys. But it's basically another island from what it seems, signaling the beginning of a brand new journey. And this is so amazing, man. I'm so glad the devs did this because I was so looking forward to this type of region versus region, right? So in order to conquer the blah blah blah, okay, guys, that's just what it's going to be called. Alliances join forces to form coalitions known as legions. All alliances within a legion share common interests. I'm going to try this, guys. Archipelago is much larger than Coco Island, and its environment is more perilous. Okay. There are countless traps guarding the treasures, as well as mutated zombies lurking on the island, ready to pounce at any moment. So I'm gonna guess that there are obviously gonna be higher level zombies and stuff, which are gonna be, you know, better rewards, obviously, and maybe there's gonna be some event for zombies and stuff. And this might be a much longer event, but this is, like it says here, much larger than Coco Island, so it's gonna be more region sized, I'm hoping, right? And it's going to maybe have like checkpoints and stuff, and it's gonna be a just really interesting thing. This is just what I'm hoping. It says traps guarding the treasures. I'm gonna assume that's basically like settlements and stuff that you're gonna attack, and basically, you know, zombies maybe pouncing out, trying to take down your rally, whatever, normal stuff. But this is so amazing. And if you guys didn't notice this here, it says alliances join to form coalitions known as legions. All alliances within a legion will share common interests. So what it sounds like is you're going to have maybe a alliance of alliances, right? And you're going to have maybe, let's say, your top 10 alliances in this legion, so you can basically use all of them if you need them to be shell alliances to, I guess, build or maybe tank something, and you can just go between these alliances, and maybe it's just all considered like kind of the same alliance of sorts. I don't know, we're gonna have to see, but that's honestly very interesting how this all works. But I mean, I do hope you guys enjoyed. I am very much so looking forward to especially this, but I am just looking forward in general, and I hope you guys are as well. So I do appreciate you guys, for as always, for watching this video, and I do hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.